now it's here. Final Fantasy, a very, very big RPG franchise, and it's been around for so long. You either love it, hate it, or you hate certain ones. I hate certain ones, and some of them have captivated me. Truthfully, I've only beaten Final Fantasy 13, got to the end of 10. I hated that one anyway, so I didn't finish it because I wasn't grinded enough, and I didn't want to go and grind. Uh, Played a bit of 7, got decently far in 6. I enjoyed that. Um, I played a bit of 12, but seeing as my PS2 is broken, I can't really play it anymore. And I've played some of 8. I haven't had a lot of Final Fantasy experience. I mean, my most nostalgic game from my childhood that I fully remember was Final Fantasy Tactics, and I remember that was way before I even knew what the hell Final Fantasy was. I still couldn't determine if it was a girl or a guy, the main character. Turns out it's a guy. But anyways, you didn't come here to listen to me babble about my past with Final Fantasy. You came here to hear my opinion on Final Fantasy 13. So, plain and simple, I'm going to start off and say I really enjoyed this game. There's no excuse for that. I don't care really what you say. This game, in my opinion, was amazing. I loved every aspect of it. I'll talk about the fighting system. It's a little, I guess, easy compared to the other ones, and can be just as difficult because you have to understand a few things. You got to know who you want to control, seeing as unlike other Final Fantasies, you only control one character, which is very much a deterrent to some RPGs, but it really doesn't ruin the game. The AI are actually decently smart towards what they will do in their decisions during the battles. Um, I think the other worst part is the second to final boss. I'm not going to talk about any spoilers, or I probably will, but I won't know. Anyways, the second to final boss is annoying because it is totally a luck boss unless you build up a certain type of bracelet, and if you want to know what that is, just go watch someone else's video. That's not why I'm here. Um, Story wise, people say it may be lacking in story. People may say that. I don't see that. I mean, the characters are very likable. Of course, you're gonna get a little bit annoyed with Hope unless you're a 13-year-old, 14-year-old kid and understand how it feels to whine about your mother being dead. But all in all, I mean, I actually decently feel sorry for what happened to Hope. I mean, Hope watches his mother die in front of him, and you think, oh, that's a spoiler. It really isn't. It happens about the very beginning of the game. Snow, if you really try to connect to him, you can tell that he just has this extreme love for the girl he saved, and he's fighting himself on how he should help her and what he should do, because it's all based around just saving her. Lightning, she seems like a hard ass in the beginning. Truthfully, in all honesty, Lightning isn't a hard ass. She's just someone who feels that to protect her family, she has to be as strong as possible and not show a sign of weakness. So she's cold and she's bitter in the beginning. But as you watch, that's the point of Hope. Is Hope is supposed to show Lightning all the mistakes she's made just with herself, and you learn that she's just trying to do what she thinks is best for her sister, and in the end, she does what she thinks is right, and she tries her hardest to help these other people. She pretty much becomes a mother figure for Hope. So does Snow. He becomes their father figure. And actually, the most touching story to me is Zaz. Just because I know how it feels to have that father-son connection, and I know y'all don't give a rat's a about my past, and I really don't feel like telling it to you. But just watching a father and listening to a story about how his son is turned into a cocoon lassie, which there's a lot you have. If you want to get into this, you have to read all the crap it gives you. No joke. I mean, you don't got to read about the places, but about the people and about what happened. You got to read all that, all the chapter things. You have to fully get this story. And after his son being turned into a lassie or a cocoon lassie and being taken by the government or taken by the government and just to be used because they want to know what his power is, and not knowing if your son's been turned into some abomination or if your son's this. And he does meet his son and he watches him turn into crystal in his arms. Yeah, forget it, y'all are gonna get some spoilers. um it's touching, it's sad, and it doesn't have the touch that I think it's Celeste. I don't know, someone will tell me how to say that character's name from 6, where she commits suicide, but Zaz admits it, or he at least tries to. I mean, he has the option to kill Vanille in front of him because you learn that pretty much she has something to do with his son. I'm not going to ruin all of it, but there's so much just in this game that'll touch you. I mean, literally going from a bunch of people just fighting a war, which was pretty bland, to learning all about them. The game really did a great job on trying to focus on all the multiple types of things that just happened to this group of people who were stuck in the middle of this war that truthfully they didn't really want to get stuck together with. Um, Fang and Vanille, their stories sort of intertwined. Um, I honestly think they're the two characters who just don't have the biggest story until the ending. Um, and they're just what you need to know basically is you're gonna learn that they're from Pulse, and they're the reason. Or well, I know I said I wasn't gonna say that one, but they caused a lot of trouble, and it's a big reason why this whole group of people has come together. In the end, of course, you save Cocoon. I'm not really going to tell you much else about that. I will say that Final Fantasy 13 2 sort of screws over the ending of 13. 13 is such just I thought when I reached the ending of it, it had such a rewarding thing. I'd actually truthfully never beaten a Final Fantasy until then, and just great story wise. Um, I guess I can't really tell you more about gameplay. I already told you about the system. I mean, it's very straightforward, and even when you get to the semi-open world, it's still pretty straightforward. I mean, there's extra missions you can do, but all in all, this game's straightforward. So it is good technically as a starter RPG. I heard that from another YouTuber. I don't remember his name. I would mention him if I did. We're not friends or anything, but I do watch lots of other gamer YouTubes to try to beef up what I do. Um, all in all, I mean, good game. Graphics, it's the only thing on my PS3 that actually uses 1080p graphics. Or I think it's only 1080i. It's about the same. What you need to know is their cutscenes. I don't understand why Square Enix doesn't jump in the film industry. I mean, they had Advent Children, and that movie was gorgeous. I mean, I don't like Seven personally either, but the movie was gorgeous. It was amazing. The action scenes were god, they're awesome. But they only put it in their games. It's sort of sad because you see that now and you're like, crap. I would love to see a movie in that quality. Um, Story, gameplay, graphics. Well, I forgot the other thing. I feel dumb. Let's see. Anything else I could tell you about 13? Um, 13. Final Fantasy 13. There's not really chocobo riding if you're really that interested in it. Uh, can't think of anything. Graphics, story, gameplay, and there was something else I can't remember, and I'm laughing at myself for being so retarded. Yes, it did have a sequel come out, Final Fantasy 13 2, which is pretty dang good. Just as good. I mean, it really, I think it improves some of the combat things. Um, because you can, well, play 13 2. That's what I'll tell you. It's just as worth it. 13 2 has a few things, so this is sort of a little thing to push you towards 13 2. 13 is getting another release called, um, well, it's about lightning, and you have a time limit. It's about what I remember. Oh. It's about 8 minutes. I guess I should wrap up. I mean, I can't think of anything. Character development is great in this game. All around it is a standout Final Fantasy, whether someone tells you it is or it isn't. So wrap it all up. It has an amazing storyline. It has at least interesting gameplay. If you don't like the gameplay, you don't like the gameplay. And it has awesome graphics, awesome storyline, awesome character development. I don't care how many times I tell you. I think this is one of the best Final Fantasies I've played. I guess I can't really say much seeing as it's the only one I've beaten. I can count 10 because I didn't beat the final boss. I just looked up the ending because I didn't want to fight the final boss. I'm sorry, it didn't interest me. If you want, you can tell me, instead of disliking my video just because I said that statement, you can tell me to do a review on 10 and you can listen to my opinion on it. It's just my opinion. This is all my opinion. I'm not telling you that if you don't buy this game, you'll never experience a PlayStation 3. It's not true. But all in all, this game is just a great, gorgeous, amazing game to grab. It is a little slow, but honestly, all around, I give this game an 8 out of 10. It's that good. It's really up there in the top games that I've ever played. It's like an adventure. It's like going on a quest when you beat it. I felt so accomplished when I beat this game. There's some good twists in it. There's some good story plot devices. Please, please, if you are a fan of RPGs or even not, give Final Fantasy 13 a try. If not, buy it, rent it. You're not going to beat the game when you rent it, but try it. Give it a shot.